quarterback of the league. Oh, what a catch by Jay Nathaniel. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
Junior take a shot deep. Open target. Her third from left to right. Sets off. Oh,
Down!
watch where he's going to step. He's going to go for it. It fell from the sky into Aaron Ike's hand.
Welcome to Steve Spurrier Florida Field at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, where tonight the Auburn Tigers take on the Florida Gators. Hello everyone, my name is Tony Papel, and I am joined in the broadcast booth by the fantastic Greg Cooksey. Tonight, this is the 13th overall meeting between Auburn and Florida, and Auburn leads 7-5. Greg, what are the keys to this one? What can Florida do to maybe even that up a little bit more?
Yeah, I just think they've got to play with their heads in the game and come ready to play.
Well, they will get the football first, so we will see what they can do. Obviously, tonight we are in Gainesville, Florida, named after U.S. Army Major General Edmund P. Gaines. Kind of very fitting on this Memorial Day week, so I hope you all had a very happy and thoughtful Memorial Day. So we will see Jack Schmidt lead the Florida Gators out onto the football field here. He will throw on first down and complete the pass to his receiver. That's Duke Hancock for a Tony 10.
Well, I like the way Hancock was able to turn and get that first down for the Gators. That's an aggressive start.
Well, unfortunately, Greg, Tony 10s in the CFSL are where they give a receiver or a playmaker 10 yards, but do not give them the first down. So 2nd and inches, we hate to see that. On the first play of the game, no less, they're really coming after me. Handoff here to Aaron King, cannot get the edge. It closes too quickly.
Yeah, Luke Radloff there making a great play, showing a little bit of strength by powering his way through there.
You did. You're right. Radloff and Jacoby Tyson in on that tackle. 3rd and 2 here for the Florida Gators at home. They will throw. Blitz comes. Steps forward in the pocket. Completes the pass to Hancock right at the 50.
Good Hancock making a big presence right now in this Florida passing game.
Tonight it is clear, sunny with 6-mile-per-hour light winds and 88 degrees. So a beautiful evening here for football. They will throw here again. Very uncharacteristic of Florida. They have the 7th best rush offense in the CFSL, the 3rd worst pass offense, but they are really coming out throwing the football, and there's another Tony 10.
And that could be one of the keys for this game here tonight is to be a multi-faceted offense and keep Auburn guessing. Auburn's expecting that.
No, please go ahead. Yeah, Duke Hancock with another pass. And I think you're right. What you were going to say, Greg, if I'm not wrong, was that they're kind of surprising Auburn maybe a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. They're expecting Florida to come out running the football, and they're throwing.
They are marching down the field. Hancock having a huge first series here. They'll throw again, find him out of the backfield. That's the walk-on, Gene King. It sets up a 2nd and 6. Yes, Billie Jean King, very, very clever there. They will hand it off up the middle to Aaron King, and he gets 5.
And despite the fact that Auburn has been looking for that run, they're still not ready to get it here.
No, they're not. It sets up a very manageable here, 3rd and 1. They will quick pass it, and they find their receiver again. Hancock streaking across the field.
Well, we already have an update for you on the game on Twitch. It looks like Emmanuel Anoa scores for OSU, and they are on top of Oregon 7-0.
Very quick score there. Florida in striking distance here. Chewy Baca comes up to get a tackle for loss as King loses 3.
Well, Auburn determined to make their defense felt here and making things known to Florida that this isn't going to be easy this evening.
No, in the red zone, it will be hard to score. Schmidt will throw. Throws to the near sideline. Tries to break a tackle. He cannot. Alex Patterson gets his first catch of the night.
I'm a little surprised Florida hasn't taken a shot here at the end zone. You'd think the first time they get a chance to do it, they try and score here.
I agree. I would think this pass has to get over the goal line. It will not. The defense converges for a big sack, and that will force a field goal.
And that's tough right there. Tough by Auburn and tough for Florida, as Schmidt had all kinds of time to throw the ball, just nobody open there and giving the defense an opportunity to stall this drive.
Absolutely. Vinny Jackson, the freshman, gets his first career sack. So congratulations to him. Teddy Driver also in the backfield. Instead, Johnny Long comes out to kick the field goal. It is up and good. So an early 3-0 lead here for Florida, Greg. You know, I'm pretty sure they'd be happy to put points on the board on the opening series, but I agree. Didn't really take any chances to the end zone.
And especially in a series where you have a losing record against the team, you've got to step on their throat when you've got a chance and set a good tone, and Florida just didn't do that right there.
No, I completely agree. Number 2 in the CFSL, Auburn. I agree. At home, you've got to step on the throat, got to get a touchdown on the board early. Instead, we will see Jay Duke come out onto the football field. 1st and 10, pass to the halfback, leads him out of bounds. Scally loses 4. It will be 2nd and 14 for the Auburn Tigers. Faking the handoff. Throws to the near sideline. Wide open is Duke Dawkins for a first down.
A nice little reception there by Dawkins, going up against some very loose coverage. I think the quarterback thought that he was going to run a little bit of a more vertical route, and he went sideways instead.
Yeah, that's really good analysis. Deshaun Harper was the corner there, and you're right. He did not want to get beat deep, and Dawkins put that foot in the ground, made a nice cut. Sets up 1st and 10. Duke throws it to the far side of the football field over everybody in a souvenir into the stands.
A very overthrown ball and not a really good-looking pass at all.
Well, I'm living to see a 2nd down, but definitely not a great result there. 2nd and 10. Duke hands it off up the middle. Scally breaks a couple tackles. He falls forward for 4.
Well, in your answer to your question, Logan, no, I'm actually from Ohio. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. But that was a good guess. I'm told that I have an accent, so.
Well, I am sorry for you that you were from Florida, Greg. Duke off the back foot, incomplete, and Florida's defense is going to stand tall and force a punt.
That's a great answer by the defense after the offense had a chance to score and didn't do it. So defense giving them another chance here.
Yes, it is. Yeah, this will be this could be a fantastic start for Florida if they're able to march the ball down the field. Like you said, Greg, get a touchdown, go up 2 possessions early would be huge. Auburn is a 20.5-point favorite. The spread is set at 75.5. We will see if Florida and Schmidt have anything to say about that on this series. They will throw a quick pass because the blitz Cammy cannot slip that tackle. The 3rd Tony 10 of the night for Wayne Turner.
Yeah, and I thought he was going to maybe take that to the house there, Tony, because he started out like no one was going to catch him.
I agree. They brought a ton of pressure. A shoestring tackle had one man to beat. It could have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd and inches. Play action. Rollout complete to the big tight end. That is Ricky Lewis, the freshman.
Yeah, and I always love it when the tight end's able to get into the open field and make a big play like that, because it just shows that all of your offenses were running well.
It is. Yeah, absolutely. I had a former player who was a tight end, so I absolutely love to see the tight end love. Just barely not across midfield are the Florida Gators. Schmidt is in the shotgun. He will take the snap. Throws it to King out of the backfield, cuts upfield, able to pick up a 2.
And that's a nice way to just stay on schedule if you are the Gators.
Exactly. Gotta live in front of the chains. They will hand it off to King here, who gets stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. Oh, he does get 2, though.
And we're seeing that Auburn planned for Aaron King this evening because they're starting to really make sure that they're shutting him down.
Yeah, I agree. They really are committed to stopping the run, forcing him to throw and beat them. Instead, that is incomplete from Jack Schmidt, and Auburn is going to force a punt. And Florida is unable to capitalize here early twice, Greg.
Yeah, that's disappointing for the athletic director and for the fans too, because really they're getting some good chances, but Auburn's standing up here defensively.
They are. Yeah, Dallas Hurst making a nice special teams tackle there. That might be the first tackle of his career for the freshman, not a typical starter for this Florida defense. So congratulations to him. It will be Jay Duke leading out the Auburn Tigers for this second series, hits Scally out of the backfield in the flat, breaks a couple tackles, he gets 7.
Florida expecting Auburn to go deep, and that opened up the under route for the quarterback.
2nd and 3 here. From the I formation, 2 receivers to the top of the screen, tight end to the bottom. Quick pass, just throws it away. Didn't see anything he liked.
A smart play there by Jay Duke by just throwing it away. Didn't see anything he liked, and didn't take a sack.
Didn't take the sack, and also 3rd and 3 is extremely reasonable here. 2 halfbacks in the backfield, screen pass incoming, and it will not develop. Fantastic play there from Michael Moore to bring down Scally in the backfield.
But if I'm Auburn, I'm wondering about just putting the ball in Scally's hands and letting him run with it, because right now these screen passes just aren't working.
No, it doesn't seem like it is on that one. Instead, 4th and 8 should be fantastic starting field position here for the Florida Gators. As their defense gets back-to-back stops, we will see if the offense can put it in the end zone on their 3rd offensive series. They're nearly across midfield already, Greg.
Yeah, they've got to take advantage of this. The first time they had the ball, they had it down in the red zone and weren't able to take advantage of it. So they've got to take advantage of this here and try to push this lead even more and get the crowd behind them.
At home, I agree. Got to get the crowd on your side here. Schmidt looking to pass and just throws this one away.
I think it's time to start trying to get that running game again here going for Florida, because they came out early and tried to set a tone passing, and Auburn's figured it out.
Well, we'll see if they target Hancock here. He has been the favorite target. There he is on the 2-yard reception, but it is 3rd and long. It will be 3rd and 8 for the Florida Gators here, near midfield, almost across it. Schmidt takes a snap from the shotgun, looks down the field, far sideline, has his man in stride. Fantastic completion. Duke Hancock capitalizes, and it's a touchdown, Florida.
And that's the play Florida's been looking for. Jack Schmidt and Duke Hancock hooking up there, and they really pushed themselves ahead here.
They have. That is a fantastic series right there for Florida. Greg, you were talking about it. They needed to establish the run game, take some shots down the field, and they finally did it. Connected on the corner route, and it leads to a 2-possession ball game here.
And that was just a perfectly thrown ball there by the quarterback. Great throw.
Now Jay Duke will have to respond here. Now they've gotten the crowd into it, Greg, like you said, so we will see if that plays a factor. You have to think that your reliable sophomore quarterback will have maybe some hometown or maybe some local support. Probably brought his girlfriend, his parents. So we will see if they're in the stands. Maybe that's who some of these throwaways have been to in the stands, Greg, is to his family. Instead, Duke nearly throws an interception. Oh, my goodness. That was in and out of the hands of one of their playmakers.
Logan Wetzel. We are getting a update on Twitch. It's a 3-yard touchdown pass for OSU to tight end John Don, and they go up 14-3 on Oregon with 2:09 to play in the first.
Don Juan, John Don over there for Ohio State. It is a Tony 7 on that play as Wetzel sets up 3rd and inches, but the previous play, the almost interception, was for Kentrell King, so that was nearly a great play. It sets up 3rd and inches here for Jay Duke. Under center, quick pass, and that's another souvenir, Greg. Are they going to go for it?
I might try to here, but it looks like they're going to play it safe and punt.
I think I agree with you. I think you do maybe try and go for it there. You could definitely give Scally the football there in I formation, maybe utilize read option and get 1 yard fairly easily. Instead, they do punt it away. As you can see, Matt Scally unhappy that Thomas Scally is not getting the football. And Jack Schmidt and the Florida Gators have the football once again, a chance to take a 3-possession lead here. Ricky Lewis in motion from left to the right. They will throw, and that is nearly intercepted. Great defensive play there.
I think we're seeing two teams that are shelling each other, even though Auburn's the number 2 team in the nation here. Both these teams have played great defensively this evening.
They absolutely have. You're right. Rollout here for Schmidt down the field. It is intercepted. That is a poor throw. Nowhere near his target. Intercepted. And that's the ball. Jacoby Tyson with the interception. That is the first of the season for him.
Yeah, that's a signal right there to me that Jack Schmidt's just a little too pumped up and he has a little too much energy going because he was trying to force a play to happen and wasn't aware of where the safety was.
That is a really good shout, Greg. Probably was a little bit too amped up with what was on the line on that play. Duke across his body. You are not a shortstop.
No, he's not. And there had to have been somebody open down there. That looks like a confused quarterback.
Yeah, just maybe the receivers and he were not on the same page. Sets up 2nd and 10. Handoff to Scally. Scally's going to get his wish. We're almost picking up that first down. It's the 4th Tony 10 of the night.
Yeah, and we were talking about how they needed to utilize them, and there they got a big gain in return for it.
They did. Yeah, maybe Florida is expecting so much pass. They went to the run game and picked up a ton. 3rd and inches. Another quick pass here, Greg. Duke is extremely uncomfortable when he's under center.
Yeah, that's something he's going to have to be settled down here by the coaching staff, and they're going to have to try to get his head back in the game because he's out of sync.
Alexander Melnishin comes on to kick the field goal through the uprights. He is a perfect 4 for 4 on the season. That is his new season long from about 47 yards. So that will make it a 1-possession ball game here, Greg. Florida had a prime chance to make it 3 possessions. Instead, they throw the pick. They only give up 3, though, so the defense for Florida has been playing very well tonight, but they've got to score here again.
Oh, absolutely. They've got to keep their emotions down. Jack Schmidt's got to have to learn from that mistake and make better reads.
I formation here. Handoff to King. It's been a while since we've called his name. He gets 3.
I think that's a good start and a pretty smart play for late in the quarter here, Tony.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe set up 2nd and 7 here. They will not get the snap off, though. It is 10-3. Florida is leading Auburn. You are watching the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports right here on YouTube. Welcome back, everybody. Love seeing the twos up in chat. I am Tony Papel. Greg Cooksey is also in the broadcast booth, bringing you this fantastic action tonight. Number 2 is trailing another poor throw from Jack Schmidt, sets up 3rd and 7.
Yeah, just nobody there. I'm not sure what Schmidt was seeing.
3rd and 7 here for Florida. Schmidt, blitz comes and he throws that direction. His receiver had a step. Oh my goodness, that's in and out of the hands, Greg. That was a touchdown.
Yeah, just absolutely another perfectly thrown ball by Schmidt, and it was a ball that had to have been caught. And unfortunately, it looks like they could have been leaving 7 out on the field there.
Yeah, as Scally in chat says, that was very lucky, a huge break for Auburn. That is a massive potential play. I'm not sure he gets into the end zone. The coverage was within a yard or so, so maybe a diving tackle, but instead another missed chance for Florida. Gives the ball to Auburn, and streaking across the middle is Bobby Green for a big 18 yards.
So we were talking about earlier when Florida had the ball down on this side of the field on offense, how they had to score. We can say the same here about Auburn. This is pretty critical that you score here and tie this game up, not to tie it up, but just to set this mindset of taking advantage of the opportunities you're given.
Yeah, mindset, exactly right. Momentum, middle of the field, almost a dangerous pass right there. That very easily could have been picked as well.
Yeah, we're just seeing quarterbacks not making smart reads here and again. I think it's just a close game, the anxiousness to want to make a big play. They've got to overcome that.
Roll out here, pass, and there finds their best receiver, Duke Dawkins, for 16 yards. It sets up 1st and goal.
How is it good is it to have your best playmaker making a great play for you when he gets through that defense with relative ease, not really being covered at all the whole time?
No, not really at all. I agree. And maybe not best receiver. Logan Wetzel, obviously a fantastic weapon, the pretzel, and more fantastic playmakers on this Auburn team. Duke Dawkins, maybe the biggest name, though. Rollout pass to the end zone, and it just sails a little bit too far.
Yeah, I think he threw that a little too high. Maybe if he can lower it a little bit and throw more of a line drive, that would have been a touchdown.
2nd and goal for Duke from the shotgun. He will throw once again and finds his man on the hitch route. There's the pretzel, Logan Wetzel, but he's short of the line, Greg.
Yeah, but it was still moving your team into a highly favorable position, so it's a little hard to criticize that.
Looks like monster formation here. They will do fullback dive, and he is stopped short. Brian Newman, the walk-on, cannot get in. 4th and goal. Will we see them go for it? No, it will be a Melnician field goal. Melnician 1 for 1 already tonight. The chip shot sails through the uprights, and it is another defensive stop for Florida, Greg. Their defense is playing very well so far.
Yeah, I mean, that's the types of things that wins ball games. If you can get a stop in a position like that, but you got to follow that up with a score.
Yeah, that is a really good point. You're right. Arthur Wilson with a decent return sets up Florida with yet another opportunity here to go up 2 possessions once again. We will see I formation here, tight end in motion from right to the left. They will fake the handoff, quick pass to the fullback in the flats, and that is complete for 4.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
The walk-on Wayne Turner gets his 2nd reception of the night. Empty formation here, trips to the top, 2 to the bottom. Schmidt calls an audible at the line. He will throw. Blitz comes. He throws to the far side, just a step too far.
Yeah, again, Schmidt needs to loosen up a little bit on his passes. He looks like he's still just a little nervous.
We will go empty once again for 3rd and 6. They only bring 4. Middle of the field. It's caught. No, it is dropped. Oh, my goodness. Another drop for this Florida team. That was Kevon Neely unable to hold on. And now Auburn's defense catches another break as they get off the field once again.
And that's why in a situation like the last time Auburn had the ball, you're content to get points in the board because here you've got an opportunity here to take over the lead, one that they otherwise would not have if they wouldn't have gotten some kind of points on the board. So it shows they knew what they were doing.
Yeah, it does. Auburn's defense has really stepped up and held Florida. They were a little shaky on the first couple series, gave up the field goal and then the long touchdown. Here, a fantastic play. Great stiff arm on the edge by Bobby Green for 26. He has 44 yards on the night. That's the most for this Auburn team.
And it could really come down here to whoever's able to hit the best on their big plays, Tony. And if Auburn's able to continue to take advantage of that, they could end up pulling this ball game out.
They could. Yeah, Bobby Green broke a couple tackles on that play on the wide receiver screen to set up the huge gain. Now from nearly the 40, Duke from the shotgun has Scally off his left hip, calls an audible. He will quick pass on wide receiver screen, and that was almost a pick 6 for Arthur Wilson.
Yeah, just a great play by Wilson, breaking up a pass when he needed to.
2nd and 10 for Auburn. Duke will throw again. Screen pass traditional to Scally. He cannot break any tackles. It's 3rd and 10.
We have an update for you on Twitch. A 51-yard TD pass to Roger Blackwell for Oregon. And it's a 17-10 OSU lead with 5:56 to play in the first half of that game.
3rd and 10, another traditional screen pass. Shakes one tackle, cannot shake the rest. The Florida defense converges too quickly, and now Florida's defense once again stands tall. Oh my goodness, 4th and 9. Greg, they are going to go for it here. This is unbelievable. Empty formation for Jay Duke. Calls an audible again. He will throw. Middle of the field, caught on the slant route. Devin 0 for 13.
Yeah, and I think that's a situation where even if they don't convert, it doesn't hurt to get it, to go for it, because it's not like your back's on the end zone or on the other side of the field. And if Florida would have taken over, they still would have had a ways to go with the football.
That is true. Yeah, you definitely trust your defense. Linwood Falk III, his first carry of the night, picks up a crucial first down. That sets up Auburn at about the 16 and a half yard line. Oh my goodness, my yard lines were off. Barfield in motion, faking the handoff. Duke has time, tons of time, throws to the end zone, has his man in the corner. There's Barfield for 17-yard touchdown.
And I just love the way Jay Duke goes through his aggressions and finds the wide receiver open. When you get all kinds of time to throw the ball like he had right there, you've got to find an open man, and that's exactly what he does.
That is a really good point. You're right. Great blocking by the offensive line. Gave him so much time. Barfield goes all the way across the formation to the far corner and gets into the end zone in. Greg, you made a really good point, too. You're able to trust your defense, so you go for it on that key 4th down. And the very next play, 2 plays later after the Falk run, you pick up a touchdown, and now you're in the lead.
Yeah, and again, and that kind of also goes back to the play where they had the ball at the goal line and just settled for the field goal and got the points on the board. It made it much easier for their offense the next time out.
Yeah, absolutely it did. Right, so much confidence. 1st and 10 here for Schmidt. Throws it middle of the field complete, and that's the 5th Tony 10 of the night.
Well, maybe this will help Schmidt here settle down a little bit now that he got a nice solid completion.
Well, that was Dominic Barfield's first career touchdown. So congratulations to him. That is a fantastic achievement. Dylan Reed keeps the feet in bounds in double coverage. Great throwing catch.
And that really wasn't that great of a ball either. So to be able to make a play and get a completion out of it, that's great.
Shotgun formation here for Schmidt. Hands it off to King on the delayed handoff, and he's only able to get one.
But over on Twitch, we have another score again, a 2-yard TD run by Emily Davis. And OSU is now up 24-10 on Oregon with 3:16 to play in the first half.
Under center, faking the handoff. They will throw down the field one-on-one. Intercepted by the defense. Great play there by Auburn.
And Chewy Baca just great job with tight defense, not allowing the receiver to have a chance to have a play on the football, and kills a drive for Florida.
Well, Chewbacca in Star Wars universe is like 8 feet tall. He jumped about 8 feet high to pick that one off. Slant route across the middle is Duke Dawkins for 12. Another first down here for Auburn Tigers. Trips to the bottom, one receiver to the top. Barfield in motion from left to the right. Duke drops back to pass, throws, and that is tight coverage, but Barfield gets 8.
I was going to say a very dangerous throw on the part of Duke, and the receiver bails him out.
Jeff in chat, able to see his player get that interception. We love to see that. 2nd and 2, Duke slant route wide open again to Logan Wetzel, the pretzel.
And one of those linebackers there for Florida just, I don't know if it was Arthur Wilson or who it was, just did a terrible job in coverage.
Yeah, it was got inside separation immediately. Very difficult to cover him. Handoff to Scally. Spears himself forward for one.
And Scally carrying a pretty big workload tonight, but it looks like he's up to it.
Duke in chat saying he's not afraid to make any throws. No doubt with your 5 interceptions on the season, that's not a surprise. Throws it middle of the field, triple coverage, throws it into the window. What a great pitch and catch for the Pretzel.
But was that a shot on Jay Duke, Tony?
Well, he's the AD. I figured I get a pass.
I see. Well, that was a good pass right there, and a great pickup of a first down.
Yeah, that was an excellent pass from Jay Duke. Not a Duke duck, as I have been calling them. 1st and 10, and pressure comes Nora Hill with the big sack.
Yeah, that Nora Hill just not blocked at all, and she makes sure she backs Auburn up a little bit, or a lot actually.
Yeah, 9 yards is a fantastic sack right there. Her first of the season. Yeah, that scared money don't make money. That's too true. 2nd and 19, and you didn't need all of it right there. 0 picks up 6.
Yeah, just kind of work your way back into it. You've got a top flight running back and good receivers. Just get what you can out of this drive.
3rd and 12. Screen pass here. Scally catches it. The blocking doesn't really develop. He spins forward, breaks the tackle. Oh my goodness, nearly got enough. 4th and 1. They've been pretty aggressive. Do they go for it? No, they will settle for the field goal.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen them be a little bit more aggressive than this, because if you don't get it, it's like a long punt in Florida. They've been good, but they haven't been fantastic on offense this evening. They haven't scored since midway through the first quarter, so I would have liked to have taken my chances there.
Yeah, I agree. I think you hand it off to Scally or Falk. Both of them have done a nice job rushing tonight, and I agree. Take your chance. Auburn will get the ball to start the second half, so you didn't really have anything to lose on that side either. Instead, Schmidt gets the football here for Florida. Must score drive here for the Gators, as Auburn will get the ball after the half. Handoff to King up the middle. They've gone away from it this game, but they get 7 there.
And they need to go with that a little bit more, because he's proving himself effective.
2nd and 3 here. Empty formation, audible called. Schmidt. Man in his face, throws it, dangerous. Oh my goodness, Tyson almost had a second.
Yeah, there's been something off with Jack Schmidt's throws this evening. This week I might work a little bit on his accuracy, because he's just been weird.
Yeah, they have been a little bit off. Oh my goodness, violent hit right there. But Duke Hancock hangs on to that play. Chet Owens is not messing around.
No, he's not.
1st and 10. Trips to the top of the screen. Schmidt will throw to the far side. Has his man. Slips one tackle. Cannot slip the rest. Brandon Webb gets 9, but no timeout call.
Yeah, and I don't quite understand it. He didn't get to the sideline. You've got time coming off the clock. You could have used the opportunity that stopping the clock would have brought you.
Yeah, I agree. 2nd and 1 here. Near side of the field on the corner route. It is complete. Hancock does get out of bounds this time with 1:10 left, and he's already at 137 tonight.
Yeah, we'll see. He keeps this up. He just might find himself in contention for player of the week. Win or lose this game, but this is just a smart play, knowing that he's by the sideline and he could save his team a timeout and buy them a chance to set up if he gets out of bounds.
Absolutely. If this production keeps up for Hancock, he could be in record watch for the Florida Gators. 1st and 10. Pass. And oh my goodness, a diving play, but unable to bring that one in. Another drop.
But all night long, Jack Schmidt has been looking to make a play like that. He did it once, and I'm sure he's disappointed he wasn't able to connect with his receiver again.
Yeah, you'd have to think so. Great play by the defense. Alex Abernathy comes up to get that tackle for loss on the screen play. It sets up 3rd and 11, 1 minute left here. Schmidt drops back to pass, looks to the end zone and floats it, and it's another interception for this Auburn team. That's 3 on the night, and a great play there by Matt Hunter.
And that's the play where if you're a quarterback, you've got to look off that defensive back, and he read Schmidt's eyes and knew that ball was coming his way. There's probably more that Schmidt could have done to have made that completion.
Yeah, you've got to look off the safety there. He threw it right to him. Matt Hunter, his first interception on the season. Auburn with a 2-for-1 opportunity here. Duke over the middle. It is complete to the pretzel, but he will not get the first down, and they don't call timeout either, so they're going to have to hurry here.
And I do think that they're not worried, because I do believe they get the ball first in the second half. But I really don't know that I like the idea of this passing here. I just run the clock out.
Well, it looks like that is what they will do on this play. Drain the clock. Cody Higdon, a defensive tackle for Auburn, saying that he wants to take the top off. Unlikely to happen with this play. 2nd and 3 for the Auburn Tigers. They throw the screen pass. No, they just throw it away instead. That will give them maybe one more play here. 0 for 7 on 3rd downs, and you're still up 16-10. That is incredible performance. Handoff to Scally. He does get the first down. Oh, they will call timeout. There may be a little Hail Mary here, Greg?
Oh, could be. Then look maybe to drop the hammer here before you go to halftime. That's a possibility.
This is Hail Mary formation. Duke, does he have time? He does not. He will be brought down for a sack, and that will bring us to halftime. Auburn is up 16-10 over the at-home Florida Gators. And, Greg, it was kind of a sloppy half of football.
Yeah, it was. And I'll tell you what, to prove how sloppy this is, Jack Schmidt, 2 times down the field with a chance to put the ball in the end zone, throws interceptions. And that could really cost this Florida team, especially since they're going to start this half out on defense.
Yeah, they absolutely are. 3 interceptions thrown by Schmidt, at least 3 drops as well. Some huge drops, like a potential touchdown over the middle, and just some bad throws as well from Schmidt that haven't found their mark as well. So just a bit of a wild night. Jay Duke just feels uncomfortable under center throwing the football. He's had several just weird throwaways. But as you can see from the first half stats, a pretty even ball game. Rush yards, pass yards, time of possession. It is those 3 interceptions thrown by Schmidt at this point, though, Greg.
Yeah, and again, we saw another highlight of that interception he threw, where he threw it right to the safety. I mean, you just can't have those types of turnovers when you're down and you have a chance to take the football game back over.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. We will see if either team makes any crucial adjustments at the half. Jeff calling out not Fozzie for taking the under. The over-under set at 75.5. 26 total points have been scored so far. So you need 50 in the second half. That would be maybe a pretty tall task here with Auburn, like you mentioned, getting the football and already having the lead.
Well, you were talking about making adjustments earlier. There's one that I'd like to see Auburn make, and that's seeing them switch things up a little bit with Linwood Falk. We saw them do it once or twice in the first half. I think that Falk needs to get a little bit more involved with this game and take some pressure off of Thomas Scally.
Yeah, I agree. Give Scally and Falk more carries. I like getting Falk more touches as well. Wide receiver screen pass to Dawkins will pick up the first down, and that is exactly how Auburn wants to start this football game. 2 for 2 from Jay Duke. Gets them their first down right around their own 40, as it will be trips to the top. Shotgun, Duke, middle of the field. That is a drop from Scally.
Yeah, and then, again, it's one of those things you just can't have. You're starting off an offensive series rather smoothly, and then you get a drop that can throw things off.
Absolutely it can. Scally's been wanting some more touches, forgot the ball on that one. Corner blitz comes, and he is wide open. Barfield over the middle, breaks several tackles. He's trying to get into the end zone, and he will. His second touchdown of the night.
And just no coverage over the middle at all. Not a linebacker to be found, and that gives him the chance to just get into the end zone. I mean, nobody within several feet of him.
Yeah, cover two right there, and Dominic Barfield splits both safeties. Neither safety comes up with the tackle, and like you said, just wide open, Greg, and he gets into the end zone. 2 touchdowns. That puts him at near 100 receiving yards, if not over at this point. So massive night for Auburn. They score, and that's kind of what you expect from the number 2 team in the CFSL, coming out with the football right there. Sloppy half, but they strike quickly.
Yes, and that's the most important part. But a point I wanted to make is, a big, strong guy like Barfield, you depend on safeties to tackle him and make stops. That's not the odds of that happening aren't good, because he's the type of guy with the mentality that he'd just as soon run you over.
Yeah, 6'4", 245. That is a big boy. Greg, you are exactly right, and the safeties are not nearly that big. But now Jack Schmidt and Florida are in must-score territory, down 13. King gets the handoff, met quickly, breaks a couple tackles, keeps his feet, and gets 7.
Jeff Maledician's saying that Florida's doing that social distance tackling. Well, that must have been what the hell was. Good job, Jeff.
That is very funny. 2nd and 3. Another handoff for King. Sidesteps and gets into open space. Huge pickup here for King. There's 27 more.
And Aaron King, a big-time playmaker, making a big-time play.
He did, absolutely. Yeah, ran into his own lineman. No one really had the edge there for that Auburn defense. Instead, Teddy Driver, a defensive tackle, is going to pick up the tackle way down the football field. That is never a good sign. Instead, 1st and 10, bunch trips to the top. Schmidt throws near side. It's caught by King on the wheel route for 6.
Well, Jeff, are you satisfied? You wanted to see him throw the ball there.
It didn't go to Auburn, I think is what he's saying there. 2nd and 4, double tight, and only a 3-step drop under heavy pressure, and he will go down for a big sack.
And Auburn really pumped up on defense right now. They're not getting blocked. Florida's not being able to handle them well on the offensive line, and it's never good for a quarterback.
No, certainly it is not. Travis Hurd gets his 3rd sack of the season. The tight end, Patterson, put him on the ground, but then he's able to hop back up and make the play. Love that mentality. Bend, don't break, never quit. That's an excellent job by Hurd there. 3rd and 6. Man in his face, throws it deep. Down the field, way overthrown. That had to be a throwaway, Greg.
It had to have been, and unfortunately, that's a waste of a down. Florida, I like the aggressiveness they're showing right now. I do
too. Yeah, at home, you've got to get points here. 4th and 6. They bring their tight end Lewis in motion from left to the right. Audible called. Schmidt, 5-step drop. Throws it middle of the field. It is caught by the streaking receiver, Kevon Neely for 19.
Yeah, and hey, look, we ended up being somewhat right. The aggressiveness paying off, but the underlying principle right here is, Tony, is you can't throw an interception. And that's exactly what Schmidt's done here the last few times he's gotten the ball in this position.
Absolutely. Yeah, looks to have settled down a little bit inside the red zone at the 14. Schmidt drops back and just throws that one away. That's a smart throwaway.
Yeah, I believe so too, especially when you're trying to get your confidence back here.
2nd and 10, under center with King behind him. They will quick strike middle of the field on the slant. It is caught for 5.
And I think that this is a good time for a run with Aaron King, even though it's 3rd and 5. He's shown he's capable of picking up some yards, and at worst, he picks up a 1st down, I believe.
Luke Radloff with the tackle there. 3rd and 5. Schmidt Throws it to the end zone, and it is dropped in the end zone. Oh, my goodness. That's, maybe 2 drop touchdowns already, Greg.
Yeah, that's just Florida's wide receivers have to step it up here and decide they're going to catch the football.
That was a walk-on who was unable to hold on to the football, I believe. Was open, burnt the corner in coverage, and that was a must-score touchdown. Instead, Johnny Long kicks the field goal through the uprights. He's 2 for 2 on the night, and it is 23-13. Auburn with a good return by Chewy Baca. They are in. They need to score. Maybe if they score, they could put this one away. Florida needs a stop.
Oh, they do in the worst way.
Well, maybe we will see if Auburn can score in the best way. Blitz came, right man in his face. 0 gets 4 there.
Zebra's made a lot of plays this evening, and he makes another nice one here on that play.
2nd and 6 from the shotgun, trips to the bottom of the screen. Faking the handoff on the read option is Jay Duke. Not quick, but he gets 11.
Yeah, I like that. Just a little something different from Jay Duke running the football, showing that he's a multi-dimensional quarterback.
Absolutely he is. Yeah, great job right there. Kind of lumbering down the football field with big strides. Handoff to Scally here. Traditional power running back, breaking some tackles. He gets 8.
And Scally, you'd think maybe he'd be tired from the amount of work. Maybe he doesn't have a lot of yards, but each time he's touched the football, he's run hard with it.
He has. Yeah, Falk has done the same when he's got his touches. Duke will throw again. Strike down the football field. It is caught by Bobby Green. He is having a career night tonight.
And I like that quick strike from Duke and Green, and just a terrific job getting the separation and then making a great catch right there and absorbing a little bit of hit. It wasn't a hard hit, but it was enough that could have rattled that ball loose.
Absolutely. Justin James trying to knock that football loose. Maybe not a career game for Bobby Green, as he had 148 yards last week, but 60 so far tonight. Scally on the wheel route, sheds a tackler, breaks a couple more, stumbling, could not keep his feet, almost had a touchdown.
Yeah, that hit just knocked him off just a little bit, enough that he wasn't able to recover, but it's still a first down, so it's productive.
It is. You're right. Kentrell King maybe just got enough of him. Got to do some balance board drills with Scally. Got to keep the feet there. 1st and goal. Quick pass on the wide receiver screen. Blocking does not quite develop. Zeros only gets 4.
And it's so important when you get the ball down by the goal line that your offensive line blocks. They can't get tired and they can't get anxious.
2nd and goal. Scally is back in. He will get the carry here, and he does get into the end zone for the touchdown, his 5th rushing touchdown of the season.
His hard performance tonight has been rewarded.
It is. Yeah, he said, maybe give me a play because I'm a little embarrassed I couldn't keep my feet. And then comes back out there and does a great job. Fantastic blocking by the offensive line. And Scally takes it into the end zone for the easy touchdown. That is, pretty textbook right there, Greg, from inside the 10.
Oh, I think so too. And that's what's called smash mouth football. I like to see that.
Well, Florida will not like to see the clipping call incoming here. Arthur Wilson stumbling backwards as well. So who knows where this ball will be at. Is that the 9-yard line? Oh, my goodness. That is not what Florida needs.
No, it's not. And, you've had all kinds of miscues this evening. You didn't need one more.
No, you certainly did not here. Offset I formation. Jet sweep here. Cuts it upfield. Is Brandon Webb for 6.
Well, I kind of like that. Sometimes jet sweeps don't get you a whole lot, but that's a lot considering.
It is. Yeah, that is a very solid run. Gives you some more room to work with here. 2nd and 4. Schmidt will pass wide open over the middle on the slant route. Alex Patterson gets 18.
And that's just a testament to what big wide receivers and tight ends can do for you is he's able to kind of hide behind another big guy and power his way into a first down for Florida.
Yes, it is. So great job right there by Patterson and Florida. We will see if they are able to convert and get points on the board. Tight end in motion. Schmidt will pass again. And that is just a check down right there to Ricky Lewis for 4.
We have an update for you from Twitch. A 2-yard run for Oregon walk-on halfback and a 2-point conversion. And they're tied with 55 seconds left to play in the third between Oregon and Ohio State.
Hand off here to Aaron King, able to shake and bake a little bit. Spin move, gets 15 yards.
And that's why when Florida had the ball down by the goal line in the last possession, I would have liked to have seen them at least run the ball once, because a run like that would have got you into the end zone. They need to go back to that more.
They do, absolutely. Yeah, great play right there by King and the Gators. Ricky Lewis in motion from right to the left this time. Schmidt taking his time. 7-step drop. Hits the halfback. No, the halfback drops it out of the backfield.
Just another miscue that Florida didn't need.
2nd and 10. 2 receivers to the top, 1 and a tight end to the bottom. They will run. Excellent job defensively to bring him down from behind.
Yeah, Marvin Jackson ready for Aaron King to get the football and really shut down what's really been working for Florida.
Yeah, we just said that they need to run the football more, but Marvin Johnson not fooled. Great play. Sets up 3rd and 11 for Florida from the 50. And they throw it deep down the field, 1-on-1. Chewy Baca gets the deflection. He was calling for it in chat, throw his way. They did, and he's able to knock that one away.
And really, it's really discouraging to see it when a team ends up, when they're struggling and they're kind of building on a drive, and then they end up in a position like that where they have to throw the football, because it usually doesn't work out. And there we saw an unfavorable matchup for Charlie Schmidt there. And unfortunately, Florida cops the football back up.
Yeah, they do. That's really good analysis, Greg. I absolutely agree with everything you said. 1st and 10 here for Jay Duke. Has not thrown any Duke Ducks yet tonight. Handoff to Scally. Hits the hole hard. Runs over a defender. He gets 9.
And if Thomas Scally keeps playing like this, maybe we won't see any Duke Ducks, because, I mean, that's a good safety net for him.
Nick Larson asking how Duke Dawkins is doing. He's got maybe about 40 or 50 receiving yards tonight. No touchdowns, but pretty solid performance. Big sack in the backfield. Randall White comes on the blitz and picks it up.
Big play for Florida defensively there. Here's a chance to try to get the ball back and maybe be down by 1 score if the offense can put together a really good drive.
Absolutely. I agree. Yeah, White picks up his first sack of the night. Twins to the top and bottom for Duke in the shotgun. He will throw the screen pass here to Scally. Blocking develops well, and he gets ahead of Steve and fights forward for a big gain.
And here's another update for you on Twitch. A 45-yard tip pass catch by Ethan Flowers for OSU, and they retake the lead at 31-24. with 33 seconds to play in the third.
Oh my goodness, an extremely dangerous pass there. Justin James had a hand on it. Could have been a huge flip of momentum there.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to see if you're Auburn a momentum killer.
Right, exactly. You want to use the clock and march down the field methodically. Scally runs over a defender again, stumbles over him though, and falls forward for 3.
And what you just said is especially true, since this slate isn't exactly secure. 1 score from Florida here, and your back's against the wall a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Screen pass incoming again. Here's Linwood Falk. Corner comes up and makes the tackle. It sets up 4th and 5. They've been very aggressive. I don't think they're going to go for this one, though.
No, I don't. I mean, you're giving Florida a great field position. If you don't convert, you're giving Florida great field position, and if they score, you want to make them do it, because they haven't proven offensively since early in the first quarter that they're capable of doing anything.
Right. Absolutely no touchdowns since you said halfway through the first quarter. Instead, make them go the 70 yards instead of only needing maybe about 35. As you can see, these are some of the struggles that Florida quarterback Jack Schmidt has had tonight. 3 interceptions, and his receivers have let him down several times as well. 2 touchdown drops, 1 for sure, 1 would have been a massive gain. A couple other drops and just some poor throws as well has put Florida only down 17, though. So still 3 possessions, but could be a lot worse. Schmidt, quick pass, just throws this one away.
And again, that was kind of a dangerous throw, Tony, because that wide receiver on the bottom of the screen, he hadn't really gotten much separation, and that could have been another pick.
Yeah, it definitely could have easily, but a smart throw, a handoff to King, met quickly in the backfield. Excellent play right there by Travis Hurd.
Well, you're disappointed with that, but at least you didn't, you were able to recognize throwing the ball there again was not a great idea.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. 3rd and 10 from the shotgun, forced to throw it down the field. They will throw the screen. They hit King. The blocking doesn't quite develop. The Auburn defense is too quick laterally. He gets 6. That is not enough. And another punt forced by the Auburn defense.
Well, over on Twitch, they're tied again. A 17-yard TD pass to Theo Marcos, and Oregon ties it up at 31 with 7:32 left to play in that game.
A fantastic matchup over there on Twitch. We have hit the 4th quarter here. You are watching the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports right here on YouTube. Auburn, number 2 in the CFSL, leads Florida 30-13. And welcome back, Tony Papel and the fantastic Greg Cooksey in the broadcast booth. Love to see the 4s up in chat. Auburn with the football once again. Barfield in motion from left to the right. Duke will throw, hits Scally out of the backfield, and fights forward for about 5.
Yeah, that's just good productive play to keep the clock moving.
Jeff shouting for like his golf shot. I'm surprised you can even get it off the ground and far enough down the course where you're even worried about other people. Middle of the field completion to his receiver, the Pretzel, for 15 more.
And the Pretzels had a big game this evening.
1st and 10 set up. Justin James picks up his 8th tackle. He has had a deflection. It would have been a difficult catch, but could have been an interception that changed the entire momentum of this game. Instead, Auburn already across midfield at about the 41.5. Florida has to find a way to hold them to a field goal or get a turnover. Scally gets the carry, spin move, gets 1.
He was lucky to get that because he had a guy just hanging onto his heels.
2nd and 9 here. J.J. Jackson comes up with the tackle. 8 minutes left here in this football game. Quick pass, wide receiver screen. It's, oh my goodness, Kentrell King had it in his hands, but then somehow dropped it.
It's a major drop.
Well, the receivers can't catch for Florida, and now King cannot haul in that pick 6. It was gift wrapped. Instead, Duke rolls to his right, throws off his back foot, and it is in and out of the hands of another Florida defender. That would have been much more difficult, but that one was on the money. Instead, this 4th and 9, they will not go for it, Greg, and Florida will get off the football field.
Yeah, I think that's the right thing. You've got to do everything you can to protect this lead, and defensively, Auburn's been very good this evening, so you got to like the prospects of putting this game in Auburn's defense's hands.
Well, a little bit of confusion on the punt for the Florida returner sets them up at the 11. They throw out to the far side of the field. It is caught. Hancock gets 5. Now, Christopher Smith, no. For the brand is only inside the 10. The 11 does not count. 2nd and 5. Ricky Lewis in motion from right to the left. Schmidt drops back 7 steps. Man in his face, just throws this one away.
He kind of had some time to throw that ball before that swarm of defenders got back there. You would have liked to have seen him make a better read.
Yeah, absolutely. Took so long dropping back. He couldn't find anybody with the football. Blitz comes. Oh my goodness. Took a huge hit from the blitzing safety. Barely gets it out. Good tackle from Jesus Hansen. And that sets up a 4th and 7. Florida will get the punt, or will have to punt, and Auburn will get good field position.
Just a disastrous possession for Florida. Nothing good about that drive at all.
No, nothing good at all. Auburn turned up the pressure when they had to. They brought a corner blitz, and then on that time they brought, I think, both safeties with a man right in his face, forced him to get rid of that football. Excellent starting field position for Auburn. And you have to think, Greg, you hand it off to Scally, you hand it off to Falk, and just run this clock out.
Well, that's what I would think, because offensively, Florida's just not doing a good job or showing that they're going to get back into it. So if you can call it a night here, then you might as well do it.
Yeah, I think so. Cody Higdon, a defensive tackle for Auburn, wanting just one stat. Unfortunately, we do not track quarterback pressures or hurries. I think you definitely might have some of those, but I don't know if you're going to get any markable stats. 7 minutes is a long time to burn, so you will definitely get at least one more possession on defense. And that is a Thomas Scally carry for 2 yards.
And anything you get with Scally will help, even if it's just a little bit.
Nora Hill picks up her 6th tackle of the night, had that huge 9-yard sack. Sets up 2nd and 8. Passing here, corner blitz, they throw to the middle of the field. It's caught by the pretzel.
Yeah, Logan Wetzel doing a good job taking that ball away. He kind of left it exposed a little bit for a period of time, but he did a nice job tucking it under.
No, I don't think you suck. Goodness, I never said anything like that. Duke Dawkins with the reception, stumbles for 2. I just said that you just haven't had any trackable stats so far. That's not saying you suck at all. I think Jay Duke throws a ton of ducks, and so he is maybe a little stinky, but Corey Higdon does not. Floats the pass down the football field. Oh my goodness, how was that not caught or a fumble?
I'm not sure, because that was a big hit right there.
That definitely was. It looked like it was easily caught, and then unable to hold on to it. Sets up 3rd and 8. Middle of the field. They've used that all night. Barfield fighting through tackles, stumbling. Oh, but this might get called back, Greg.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to clipping. You want to help your team out, but not that way.
No, definitely not. Barfield could have added to his fantastic performance tonight. Instead, it gets called back. Still a very manageable 3rd and 4 here for the Auburn Tigers. Falk and Scally in the backfield with Duke. He will hand it off to Falk, wide open, parting the Red Sea, picks up 16.
And that's what I had in mind when I had talked about maybe getting Linwood Falk a little bit more involved. A big run like that to kind of give Matt Scally a rest.
Absolutely, yeah. Maybe just take the eyes off of Scally in the backfield. They lost him there, and a huge hole, rollout. Blitz gets picked up, and he is wide open in the middle. Bobby Green gets rewarded for a touchdown for a great night tonight.
Yes, and he makes up for that penalty that was called on him a couple of plays back. But what I really like is Scally blocking right there. He did a great job sticking with that defender and keeping his hands off the quarterback.
Yeah, that was Scally who picked up the cornerback blitz, and then, like you said, did a great job blocking him. Gave Duke so much time and let him find Bobby Green in the back of the end zone for now a 24-point lead. So Auburn has officially hit the spread at this point. Cannot give any more points if you bet on or Auburn to cover. But Cody Higdon, this is your chance to get a defensive stat here.
Well, now he's been complaining about that for a little bit now, so let's see if he gets it.
1st and 10 for Jack Schmidt. You've got to score fast. You've got to score a bunch in a hurry. 24 points is still technically only 3 possessions. Big hit there on the back end, but it's caught by Lewis.
Well, Florida's got to do a little bit more offensively if they're going to get themselves back into it. And in the CFSL, we've seen a lot of weird things. There's still, by rule, a lot of time left, but with the way they perform offensively, you don't have a lot of faith in that happening.
Right, I know Auburn has really clamped down defensively. Luke Radloff with the huge hit. Dropping back to pass. Men in his face. He's going to throw it deep down the far sideline, and it's one-on-one deflected away. Percy King gets his first deflection of the night.
Yes, Jack Schmidt's just had a tough time picking up coverages this evening. It's a ball that he's lucky wasn't picked off.
3rd and 8. They rush 4. It's complete over the middle. Lewis fights for the first down, or Neely, picks up the first down.
There's another update from Twitch for you. A 59-yard TD pass to Theo Marcos puts Oregon up 38-31 with 2:32 left to go in the fourth quarter.
Griller over there on Twitch. That's Marcos' second touchdown, I believe. 1st and 10. Pressure, and he goes down. Marvin Johnson is going to get the sack.
And Schmidt just doesn't know what to do with the football right there.
No, unfortunately, he does not. He goes down with the big sack. Bo Justice was in the backfield as well. Almost got the sack. Would have been right there if Johnson didn't pick it up. It sets up 2nd and 18. This is not where you want to be if you're Florida. You have to go down the field very quickly. Pass. And that is more of what you need. Duke Hancock selling out for 23.
And he was over pursued a little bit there by a defender. So he does a great job.
He does, yeah. I was thinking that maybe if Schmidt put a little more air under that, a little more right on the money, he could have ran forward, but Chet Owens was lurking in the area, would have delivered a big hit. Sets up 1st and 10 from inside the 40. Schmidt throws it on the little bit of a bounce route from the sideline. Neely gets 15.
Neely becoming a factor here on this drive. He's done made the most out of his opportunities. Nice cut.
He has. Yeah, made a great cut at the sideline. Very difficult, I believe that was Percy King in coverage to hang on. It sets up 1st and 10 for Florida inside the 25. Their best field position in a long time. And they just throw this one away.
Smart play there by Schmidt. Nothing there. He learned from throwing picks in this position earlier, so did the right thing, just getting the ball away.
2nd and 10. Schmidt will pass once again. Throws on the out route, finds his man for a first down.
It'll be nice to see him throw for a touchdown pass here, just to get a little bit of confidence back late and see if he can rally his team at all.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Neely, gets that reception. King falling forward for 3 on that carry.
And they kind of abandoned Aaron King, so it was good that they were able to reestablish him on that play.
Jeff in chat trying to speak it into existence. Twins and a tight end to the bottom. He throws that way. It's on the crossing route. It is knocked out by good coverage.
Yeah, terrific coverage right there. I had thought that he had got that ball, but apparently he did not.
I thought he did too. Looked like it was right in the breadbasket. Instead, the linebacker knocks it out. 3rd and 7. Schmidt, blitz comes. He throws it in another drop. Got to put the pinkies together if you're King.
Yeah, that's not a drop. There was no excuse for dropping that football. It was a great read on the part of Schmidt. Did a nice job using his feet. King's got to follow through with that and make that catch, though.
4th and 7. They're going to hand it off to King. He gets 5. You run that on 3rd down, not 4th, Greg. That is a turnover on downs. Luke Radloff gets the stop. And we still are on safety watch here, so you never know. We will see. They do hand it off to Scally, who hits the hole hard and picks up 7.
Well, and to be honest with you, I didn't think that going for it right there was that bad, because if your defense can come up with a stop, you work yourself into a really good, manageable field position. So that was smart, I think, on the part of Florida.
I agree. You definitely go for it in that situation. Scally does not pick up the first down here. The clock will continue to run. I expect Auburn to burn off almost all of this before we see Florida start taking some timeouts, maybe.
Maybe, but I would have thought Florida might have called a timeout right there. Just, more time and give Auburn a little bit more time to think about it and disrupt them a little bit.
Yeah, that is true. But I expect if they pick up this first down, we will see that still a 24-point victory. So Auburn will cover the spread if this holds. The over-under is 75.5, so that will not hold clearly. Instead, 3rd and 1. Duke will throw middle of the field. It is caught with lots of room to run. Gets tripped up at about the 35 is the pretzel.
And I think that was really good clock management on the part of Jay Duke and Auburn. Very disciplined. They pick up a first down here, and that might just about, with 2 minutes left, close this out here, Tony. That was critical first down to pick up.
That was critical. Florida will not call any of its timeouts. So just a couple more plays incoming here for Auburn. Scalley's going to get the carry, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, but at least you didn't make a wild throw or anything.
Right, yeah. You never trust a quarterback in this situation. Who knows what they will do. This will be maybe the last play of the game. Handoff to Scalley. He gets 4 yards. No, we will see one more play. And 3rd and 6. Florida, no timeouts. Justin James gets his 9th tackle of the football game. And 3rd and 6. This will do it. Duke under center in the I formation. Handing it off to Linwood Falk. He will get 2, but that will end the ball game. Oregon wins 41-31 on Twitch. Auburn with the 37-13 victory here tonight. Greg, try and wrap this one up for us.
I don't think that you could have played this game any better if you were Auburn. Just very smart, very disciplined, and they showed us why they're the number 2 team in the nation, and Florida's got a lot to clean up this week if they're going to get back into this season.
Well, I'd like to say thank you to our associate producer, Austin Crow, our executive producer, Mike Peters, and, of course, my broadcast partner for tonight's action, the incredible Greg Cooksey. And on behalf of our entire broadcast crew, I am Tony Papel, and you've been watching the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports right here on YouTube. Join us in about 45 minutes. Greg and I will be back here on YouTube, and the broadcast crew on Twitch will be back as well. 8:30 p.m. Central Time, Texas A&M travels to Cincinnati on Twitch, and on YouTube, Tennessee travels to LSU. We'll see you soon.